How's it going today, Jera Bears? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jera Sky. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Today we're going to be talking about minimalist, zero waste periods. Sorry, we're going there. Alright, you might think this doesn't pertain to me, guys. If you want a girlfriend, it does. Just kidding, if you want to enlighten a girlfriend who may not know about this stuff, you're gonna seem like a stub because you're okay with periods. And let's just say if you want a long-term girlfriend, like, you're gonna have to deal with it at some point. Alright, so today we're gonna talk about minimalist, zero waste periods. This is slightly weird to talk about, because who do I normally, I don't really talk about this a lot, but it's important. That's why it took me so long to figure it out. So, for the majority of my life, I used to buy tampons and pads, and it costs money every single month, and you'd run out sometimes, or you wouldn't have it in time for when you got your period, and it's just the overall pain in the ass, monthly reminder, monthly bill that you're like, this isn't fair because I was just born this way. Seriously, that should be free. We shouldn't be charging for it. If you want the magic of life, help us out a little bit. But since nobody cares, let's talk about minimalist zero waste periods and what I use that is just life-changing, okay? It's so life-changing. I never thought when I first bought or I first heard about a menstrual cup and then used it, that I would ever fully use it and never ever really, sort of, who knows, it's not the end of my life, buy tampons again. But the first thing that I use to get rid of tampons is the Lunette Cup. Okay, the Lunette Cup is the first thing that I use, and you do have to check because not all of the menstrual cups are vegan friendly. Just Google vegan friendly menstrual cup and there's tons of people with lists that have done the research for ya, because why waste our own time, you know what I'm saying? So I use the Lunette Cup. I have the regular since I have not had a child, and basically I didn't get rid of my tampons from the get-go. I kept boxes of those while I first was trying it out because I was just like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. And at first there is, like, you are seeing blood, you can see what comes out of you. It is very, some may say uncomfortable, some may say interesting, I might say. And so you will see stuff, you will have a different experience than tampons, but I find I have way less leaks with the cup, which is amazing. Also, you can leave it in for 12 hours and there's no risk of toxic shock syndrome. So fuck that, fuck tampons, not using that ever again. Also, I found out that most tampons have like tons of chemicals in them, so unless you're getting like organic cotton, nice stuff from Whole Foods, which I doubt most of you aren't, getting the Tampax, OB, all that stuff, chemicals, right up into your vagina. And no wonder ladies are confused when they get yeast infections, right? This is getting a little gross, sorry. Oh well. This stuff is real. So that's what I use, and after I started using it, I honestly never went back to the tampons. I ended up giving the tampons away to a friend who was too afraid to also try the cup, and I'm sure is still buying tampons to this day. A few years later, sucker. When I do have leaks, because it's normal, it happens. Sometimes you got a heavy flow. But luckily, I have gotten my period down to a very, 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 very pretty freaking, I know what's up when it happens. It's about 3 days intensely, not really intense. Blood the first day, I have very heavy the second day. Third day is like medium, and then just kind of spotting after that. Because the cup also allows my period to be a lot shorter. It does not as long. I used to have periods for like a week, so like a week-long endeavor, and then, oh my gosh. But now I don't. Now I don't. Because whatever the tampon does to like clog stuff up there, the cup doesn't. It lets everything come out more naturally, as if you weren't wearing anything, and just come out faster. Oh my god! Thank you so much! Second thing I use are washable panty liners. And that's what those look like. They look exactly like panty liners, but they're made out of fabric, and you can get them on, I found them on Etsy. There's tons of sellers selling them on Etsy, and there's tons of different designs, and you can make them match your outfits and everything, ladies. Oh my god! They're super simple. You use them, you throw them in the wash. I usually give them a little bit of a hand wash before I throw them in the wash. If there is blood on them. And I just throw them in with the laundry and then it's done. Never have to buy pads again. And then they do sell them in different sizes. So just like the real ones, just like the disposable ones that are filling up landfills, just rewash. I have 2 of them because I really only have 2 days that are more of an issue, which is the second and third day for me. First day is usually super chill, so I don't have to worry about it. And I will also say, after going fully raw vegan, I have had 0 cramps at all during the last 2-3 periods I've had. So that's incredible. You can buy more of them. They are a little pricey up front, it seems like, but if you consider how many pads you go through or whatever, or having to buy them and the hassle, it's still cheaper. It's still freaking cheaper. I only need 2 because I got my stuff down to science. A few years ago, before I ever got a cup or anything, I did invest into, now I've had these for a while, a few years, so they're pretty beat up. The elastic's wearing out and everything. They're not the prettiest, but I'm gonna show them to you anyway, because it's also a really great company, and what I think to be a really great company. Alright, so if you see there, they are SheThinx Panties. These are pretty expensive, and if you're trying to buy one for like every single day you have your period, like it can get really pricey. That's why I think the washable pads are a bit more cost effective, unfortunately. But if you want something that doesn't look like you're wearing pads, I mean, they have all kinds of like sexy lingerie sort of designs that you can get on there, and like more regular stuff. So I think they also help out like girls in other countries that don't have any sort of menstrual stuff, because like girls in other countries will have to stop going to school when they have their period, so they get really far behind and all that. So I think they also do stuff with that, so look into them. Even if you don't necessarily have to buy a ton of them, you could just buy 1 pair for your heaviest flow day to make you feel safe or whatever, or for date night if you're dating. And yeah, the last thing is just regular underwear, although I use ExOfficios. They're a little bit pricier, but they have their antimicrobial underwear. They're like more sanitary. I don't know. But they also, you can wash them at night and they will be dry the next day. Or hand wash them at night and they will be dry the next day, so they're great for travel. So I do have those. And that's what I will put the washable pads on. There you go. That's what I use. It's all 0 waste, baby. Everything's very nice. I wear my underwear out till they are super worn out, so sorry for that. But since I don't wear underwear all the time anymore, it's just like, I'm not buying new underwear. So when I do buy underwear, I buy nice underwear. Okay, so I hope that's been pretty helpful on everything that I use for my 0 waste, periods. Oh, one more thing I've got to add. This isn't sponsored or anything. I know some other people have done videos on this app, and they were sponsored videos. Mine is not. And I just know because I use it. It's kind of weird because I don't want to show you stuff. Okay, oh well. I use the Clue app to track my period, and it is very helpful to know when stuff is going on. You can track when you have your blood, It'll tell you when you're fertile, sort of, and when you might. I tend to have PMS right before, if I have it, but that's not all the time. But it saves like what your expected stuff is, like what you put in the last month and everything. And it helps you out, and it tracks you how many days. It lets you know a couple days before, hey, this is coming up. And then when you get it, and then you can just keep track of, like, if you are having anything weird going on, you can track it, and then you'll have a log of it all. So it is helpful. I find it very helpful to let me know exactly when. It also helps when planning trips, because you know exactly when you're supposed to be due. Of course, your body can always change, and that sucks, but at least it helps. So I think that's all I got for you. Menstrual Cup, washable panty liners, SheThinx underwear, and I use ExOfficios, just regular underwear. That's it. That's it. That's everything that I have. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to put some comments in the comment section below. What do you use, or what are you having trouble getting rid of? If you aren't 0 waste yet, come on, people. You gotta be 0 waste when it comes to your period. There's so much waste when it comes to your period. There's so much waste. Google the numbers. I should have Googled it before I did this. Okay. You know what? I'll just Google it right now. How much waste due to menstrual cycles. Okay, so it's about, you contribute about 300 pounds of menstrual waste. I think in your lifetime, that just said. And how much does it cost you in a lifetime? I mean, it costs you about $20,000 in your lifetime just for being a woman. That is messed up. Holy crap, did you know that menstrual cups have been around since the 1930s? What the heck? That is crazy. All right, well, about 300 pounds, which might not seem like a ton, but that multiply that by how many women there are in just the US. That's a lot of trash. And especially if we're using stuff that isn't organic cotton and everything, and with all the chemicals, you're just adding to a lot of environmental disaster. So why do that? Why do that? Just participate in zero waste. You're gonna think before it. Trust me, if you've never used a menstrual cup and you get ballsy enough to do it, oh my God, I'm going to change your life. You give it a shot and you try it for a few times, you are going to love it. Trust me, you are gonna love it. Oh, woo! Okay, that's it. I think that's it. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at Jera Sky. I'm Jera Sky. Sky's the limit. Woo! This is getting weird.